If your YouTube videos get a little bit of traction and then they just die, I need to tell you something uncomfortable. The reason has nothing to do with your tags, nothing to do with your SEO, and nothing to do with your upload schedule. And definitely nothing to do with renaming your file before you upload. The real reason comes down to three things that nobody in the YouTube space is talking about, and I call them the flatline triggers. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. And I know that because I felt that same flatline hundreds of times across 5 different failed channels before I figured out what was actually going on. And here's the thing. The reason your videos stop getting views has almost nothing to do with the stuff most gurus are teaching. And I went from struggling to get views on 5 different channels to building a channel with over 1.5 million subscribers that's generated millions of dollars. And more importantly, I've helped clients go from making $0 from YouTube or $1,000 a month up to over $186,000 a month, and some even getting up to $500,000 a month and 8 figures a year. So let's get into the 3 flatline triggers. Now, before I walk you through each flatline trigger, you need to understand something fundamental about how YouTube actually works. YouTube is a testing machine. When you upload a video, it shows it to a small group of people first. Think of it like a test audience. And YouTube is watching everything. Whether people click, whether they actually watch, whether they stick around or bounce in 10 seconds. And if those early signals are good, people click, they watch, they stay, YouTube goes, okay, this is working, and they push it to more people. But if those early signals are bad, YouTube goes, all right, nobody wants this, and they stop showing it. That's your flatline. That's the moment that you refresh the analytics and nothing's moving. Now, most creators see the flatline happen and they think, I need to fix my SEO. I need better tags. I need to optimize my description. And they go down this rabbit hole of optimization hacks that for most of you don't matter nearly as much as the gurus want you to believe. And I get it. It feels productive to spend an hour tweaking your tags and renaming your file, and it feels like you're doing something. You feel like a spy that figured something out that nobody else knows. You know the secret. But it's the equivalent of rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. You're polishing the 5% while the 95% is broken. And a lot of YouTube gurus teaching that stuff haven't actually built real businesses on the platform. They're just teaching YouTube theory, not YouTube practice. Whereas I've built 7- and 8-figure businesses with my clients on this platform, and stuff that actually kills videos is completely different from what most people obsess over. So I'm gonna walk you through each of these flatline triggers, what they are, why they kill your videos, and exactly how to fix each one. Let's start with the deadliest one. The first flatline trigger is what I call a ghost launch. A ghost launch is when you upload a video into a market where there's no proven demand. You're essentially launching to ghosts. Nobody asked for this video, nobody's searching for it, nobody is hungry for this information right now. You pressed publish and the video entered a void. And this is by far the #1 reason that videos die, and it's the one that nobody wants to hear. Because it means the problem isn't your editing. It's not your camera. It's not your charisma. The problem is the idea of your video. The video idea is the single most important factor in whether your video succeeds or fails. It's more important than anything else. Let me show you the actual hierarchy. So here's the analogy that will make this click. You open the best pizza restaurant in the world. Incredible pizza, perfect service, beautiful branding, but you put it in the middle of a desert where there's nobody around for 50 miles. You're gonna fail. Not because your product is bad, but because there's no one to buy your stuff. There's no starving crowd of people. Now flip it. You open a mediocre hot dog stand right outside of a college bar at 1 a.m. when all the drunk kids are pouring out starving. You're going to crush it. Your hot dogs are mid at best, but the crowd is starving. And YouTube works the exact same way. I've seen channels with terrible thumbnails, terrible audio, literally recorded on a potato.
Good morning. Whoop.
Getting hundreds of thousands of views because the idea had a starving crowd behind it. So how do you avoid a ghost launch? Well, I use something called the Icon method, and it's named after the legendary investor Carl Icahn. And here's the concept. You search YouTube and look for videos that are objectively bad. Bad thumbnail, bad title, bad production from small channels with under 100,000 subscribers. But they have a massive number of views, at least a 5-to-1 views to subscriber ratio. And when you find a video like that, you're looking at proof of concept. And proof of concept is incredibly important. The idea behind that video has a starving crowd. People watched that terrible video, not because it was good, not because it came from a big channel, but because they were hungry for that information. Then you don't copy the video, you take the idea and make a dramatically better version. Better production, better script, better thumbnail, better title, and then you publish it. Let me give you a real example. One of the most popular videos I ever made was the most useless degrees. It's gotten millions of views, but I didn't come up with that idea from thin air. I found found a video from a tiny channel, about 10,000 subscribers, that had 760,000 views. That's a 76-to-1 ratio. The thumbnail was bad, the title was mediocre, the guy literally sounded like he might have been drunk, just ranting off the top of his head on a terrible camera with no edits. But 760,000 people watched it anyways. That's a starving crowd. So I took the idea, not the video, not the script, just the demand behind it, and I made a dramatically better version.
What's happening, guys? It's Shane here.
And that one decision led to millions of views and essentially built my entire channel. And one of my clients, Nicole, was in the cybersecurity niche, and she had 85 subscribers when she started, and she was about to give up on YouTube entirely. And we used the icon method to find proven ideas in her space, and she went from making nothing to over $85,000 in a single month. Not because she went viral, because she stopped ghost launching and started launching into proven demand.
A few years ago, I started a channel on helping people start a career in cybersecurity.
And every video you've uploaded without proof of concept was a ghost launch, and now you know how to fix it. Now, by the way, if you want to learn how you can make videos that won't flatline in terms of views, join my live training down in the description and the pinned comment below. And in this live training, you get to ask me questions live on Zoom. Plus, we'll also be giving away our newest version of our Niche Finder GPT, which has helped hundreds of people at this point lock in their dream niche. So you don't have to spend months or years figuring out what the ideal niche for you is. Plus, people are getting their niche questions answered on the spot, and they walk away with their niche completely figured out in many cases. And everyone who shows up live gets access to that special GPT. And me and my team have been building this specifically to help small YouTubers grow. So click the link in the description and the pinned comment below. Put this in your calendar right now so you don't forget, and I look forward to seeing you there.
All right, quick break right now. Sitting here with my brother Zach. He had never made a single YouTube video before in his life, and he made $214 in a single day on YouTube. And I just wanted to let you know that this week we are hosting a free one-time live workshop. So one thing that people struggle with the most is finding their niche, and that is why we actually created an AI called the Niche Validator that's going to help you find your niche or help you dial in your niche if you already have one. And we're going to be giving away this Niche Validator this week at a live workshop, and it's called the YouTube Content Advantage for Making Money in 2026. And if you're struggling to find your niche, or you don't want to commit months or even years to a niche that ends up not being profitable, then this is for you. So click the link in the description and the pinned comment below, and once you register, hit add to calendar so it shows up on your Google, Apple, or Outlook calendar. And if for whatever reason you're watching this in the future, still check the link in the description and the pinned comment below, because we may be doing another live workshop in the future, and it'll tell you when. Now, you'll also be able to ask me questions live, so I look forward to meeting you, and you'll also get an update on how this guy is doing on YouTube as well. So see you this week, and back to your regularly scheduled programming.
All right, so the second flatline trigger is what I call the broken chain. And here's what I mean. On YouTube, there's a chain of trust between you and the viewer, and it has exactly 3 links: the thumbnail, the title, and the intro. Each link has one job: hand the viewer off to the next link. And the thumbnail's job is to stop the scroll and get the eyeball. The title's job is to earn the click, and the intro's job is to earn the watch. And when this chain link is intact, when all 3 links are connected and telling the same story, viewers flow seamlessly from seeing your video to actually watching it. But when even one link breaks, the whole chain snaps and your video flatlines. So here's how the chain usually breaks. Break number 1. The thumbnail and the title say the same thing. They use the same words, the same numbers, and the same message. That's redundant. Your thumbnail should be more emotional and visual. I'd say about 90% emotional, 10% analytical. Your title should be a bit more balanced: 50% emotional, 50% analytical, with searchable keywords close to the beginning. And most importantly, they should complement each other, not repeat each other. And a good rule here is put numbers in the thumbnail, put dates and keywords in the title. And let's be honest, if you're going to clickbait a little bit, do it in the thumbnail, because viewers can't see it anymore once they click. And that's just the reality of how YouTube works, and most of the top YouTubers do that a little bit. But the title stays visible the whole time they're watching, so keep it honest. Break number 2, the intro doesn't deliver on the promise. Your thumbnail has a shocked face. Your title says something provocative, but your intro starts with, "Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell." You just shattered the chain. The emotional momentum is gone. The viewer bounces. YouTube registers a 10-second drop off and stops showing the video. Your intro needs to hit immediately. Address the topic in the first sentence and make the viewer feel like they're in the right place. And when I made my Most Useless Degrees video, my intro immediately addressed why people get triggered about useless degrees and told viewers exactly what they were about about to learn. No fluff, straight into it.
What's happening, guys? It's Shane here. So I posted the video the other day on how you can choose the best college degree for you, and a few things came to my attention. One, people tend to get extremely triggered when you tell them they're getting a useless degree. And two, you guys want to see a video on what the most useless degrees are. And I want to be one of the few creators out there that actually cares and listens to what their subscribers want. And so here we go. OP is going to deliver.
Break number 3, the vibe is inconsistent. Your thumbnail gives off a serious, intense energy. Your title sounds educational and authoritative, but your intro is casual and joking. The viewer feels a disconnect, even if they can't articulate why, and they leave. All 3 have to express the same emotion and vibe. Think of it like packaging for a product. The thumbnail is the packaging that you see on the shelf. The title is the label, and the intro is the first bite. If the packaging says premium steak, but the first bite tastes like gas station hot dogs, the customer is gone. Now, we had a client where I helped him with this packaging. Seth had been posting for 7 years on YouTube and never had a video reach 100,000 views. And within 1 month of properly packaging the holy trifecta of his video, he had 2 videos cross 100,000. 7 years of struggling, then 2 winners in 1 month. That's the difference between guessing and knowing. And most creators treat the thumbnail, title, and intro as 3 separate tasks. They're not. They're one system, one chain, and if it's broken, your video dies regardless of how good the content is inside. Now, the third flatline trigger is one that sounds simple, but is actually the most misunderstood. I call it the sample size problem. And no, I'm not going to tell you to just be consistent. You've heard that a million times and it doesn't help. Here's what I am going to tell you. Finding a winning video on YouTube is a probability game. Every video you upload using the icon method is a data point. It's a test, and each test has a real chance of being the one that matters the most and the one that breaks through. But here's the math that most creators don't understand, and I want to be transparent. These are estimates based on my experience working with hundreds of creators, not an exact science, but the principle is dead on. If each video has roughly a 10% chance of really taking off, which is a conservative estimate if you're using the icon method with proven ideas, you need about 7 videos before you even have a coin flips chance of finding a winner, and about 22 videos before you're near certain. Upload 1 video a month, that's 7 months just to get a 50-50 shot, and almost 2 years before you're near certain. No wonder people quit. Upload 3 videos a week, you hit that coin flip chance in 2 to 3 weeks, and you're near certain within 2 months. Same odds per video, radically different timeline. And the sample size problem isn't a motivation problem. It's a math problem. You haven't generated enough data points to find your winning formula yet. And here's the part that really matters. When you find that winner, the whole game changes. You drop everything else and you make more videos on that same topic, aka you double down, you ride the wave. And that's exactly what happened with my main channel. I was uploading all kinds of stuff, investing, budgeting, cryptocurrency, careers, all over the place. Then one video on college degrees took off, so I stopped making everything else and made more or less 50 to 100 more videos on college degrees. And I'm not talking about the exact same video. I mean top 10 best degrees, most useless degrees, degree tier list, degrees that produce the most millionaires, highest paying degrees. Same topic, different angles. That's what built the channel to over 500,000 subscribers at the time. So when you see your video flatline and think, maybe I should quit, what you're actually experiencing is an insufficient sample size. You haven't run enough tests yet, and the winners are hiding in the uploads that you haven't made. Now look, I know 99% of my viewers just want to consume my free content, and that's why I make sure my videos are as valuable as possible. And that's also why I'm doing the live training this week, which you can check out by clicking the link in the description in the pinned comment below. And also, if you're watching this in the future, I will probably be doing live trainings then, and that same link will tell you when the next one is. But if you're that 1% who wants their hand held and guided through YouTube success, then book a call with us now. Links in the description in the pinned comment below. It should be the second link down there. If it's not down there, then it'll be in the About section on our channel. And in this call, we're gonna figure out where you are right now, where you wanna be. We're gonna make a plan to get there, and we're gonna see if we're a good fit to work together or not. And if so, we'll build a plan to get you there fast. Now, I do have to say, we are very picky about who we work with. We only want to work with people that we know we can get success for. We only accept about 18% of the people who apply. So only apply if you're very serious about growing and making money on YouTube and you're ready to get started right away. Some of the types of people people we typically work with are business owners who want to grow and make money on YouTube, YouTubers who are getting views but they're struggling with monetization and we help them monetize better, YouTubers who are crushing it and we help them crush it even harder, and then people who are very serious about growing and making money on YouTube, right? So as long as you're serious, we may still work with you. So we've helped people, for instance, start a side hustle with YouTube, network with it to get a better job or be better known in their industry, build a full-time business, or scale their business that already exists. So if any of those sound like you, go ahead, click that link in the description and the pinned comment below, or it might be in the About section on my channel, and we look forward to talking to you on the call. With that being said, check out this video right here to see one of our clients that worked with us and exactly how we were able to help them grow.